Yo, welcome to 25 of the largest animals ever caught on camera by trend joints. If your mom's in this video, I do apologize. I didn't make it. This dude made it. I'm just reacting to it. But if she's in this video, that's a bit of a wake-up call. Leave a like if big animals are freaking big, right? It's genius.
We've all seen regular animals and know what they're supposed to look like.
He's
Some
right.
of these animals can be much bigger than others. From a giant cat to a mammoth of a snake, here are 25 of the largest animals that have been caught on camera.
How could a mammoth be a snake? What?
All cows are pretty big, but
I
this
mean-
cow will make you go, holy cow, for the first time you see it. Blossom broke the Guinness World Record for the tallest cow ever at 6'4".
Dude, that's a big ass cow, but also that's a short lady. I'm 6'2", so I mean, it would just, but that's a monster of a dude. A cow actually that big? Wait, I haven't really seen many cows in real life. How big is an average one? Regardless, it's a monster.
On top of that,
Oh
she
my
weighed
God.
a whopping 2,000 pounds, which is
What?
almost double what a normal cow weighs. Unfortunately, she passed away on May 26 of 2015
Aw.
after she suffered a leg injury.
What? How the hell do you die from a leg injury? Does that mean they shot it? You shot this how do you die? What? Someone comment down below how you die from a leg injury.
This otter in the Pantanal is the world's largest otter and is up to 1.8 meters in length. This otter also seems to know it has the upper hand since it doesn't get scared of anything. Even one of their biggest predators is nothing to them.
Which one is
In
it?
fact, the jaguar literally ran away after it realized the sheer size of the otter.
There's no way that's legitimate.
are-
There's no way a jaguar would rip an otter apart. Which otter? Which? Is it just like the species?
Usually cute and small, but Darius
What
is
the
anything but. He's still cute, but he's humongous. This continental giant rabbit is almost 3'8" at just a year old.
What are you feeding that thing? Small children?
Darius's dad is actually 4 feet, but he's over 5 years old.
The Easter
Their
Bunny.
caretaker thinks Darius will get even taller than his father once he grows up. While continental giant rabbits do get pretty big, most of them don't get really past 3 feet long.
That thing is one radiation incident from becoming a Gotham villain, dude.
Which is why it's so impressive that Darius and his father are almost 4 feet.
Ridiculous.
Maine Coon cats are in general much bigger than your average domestic cat, but Samson is 4 feet tall, which is nearly 4 times larger than a regular Maine Coon.
That's a
Because
person.
of his massive size, Samson eats around 6 cans of cat food a day and weighs around 28 pounds.
It's actually not that much. A whopping 20 pounds. Like, okay. I was a lot more into it when you said 4 feet tall.
Chubs the alligator has been a regular resident of the Buffalo Creek Golf Course
Who's the body shaming you named him Chubs? Come on.
in Palmetto, Florida. Floridians are pretty used to seeing alligators at this point, but Chubs is a little different. He measures a whopping 16 feet, so no one messes with him.
Imagine being one of the prime examples for prehistoric life to still exist to this day, and they're just like, Chubs. That's like the most chody name I've
As
ever heard in my
scary as
life.
he looks,
Chubs?
is actually pretty chill and isn't considered much of a threat.
Chubs?
Yuri Grisendi has been fishing for catfish for years now, and he's found some very big ones in the past. But one in particular always stood out from the rest because of its size. When Yuri went to the
Holy
River Rhone
mother
in
of God.
France, he found an 8-foot-long catfish that weighed over 250 pounds. He considers this one to be one of his best friends to this day.
I feel like, in comment down below if I'm incorrect, but I feel like that would be easily capable of eating a small child. Definitely, bro.
Rhinos are animals that are already known for being super
Look at that horn. I've seen so many various kinds of rhino horns. I've never seen, Jesus Christ, man.
big, but this rhino is nearly double the size of a regular one. It's
hell?
estimated to be around 3,000 pounds and almost 6 feet tall.
That's a
It's so
Pokemon.
big that even these lions knew not to mess with it.
What do you mean? I feel like lions don't mess with any rhino for the most part, right? Like, they're just not in their food chain.
Ran away the second they saw it. Zeus is the tallest Great Dane ever recorded in the Guinness World Record history. This dog weighed around 155 pounds and was over 7 feet tall.
That's
He
pretty
was
much
so
what I
tall
expect
that
from a
he
Great
could
Dane,
literally
though.
drink water from the kitchen sink without any trouble.
So could I.
Unfortunately, Zeus passed away in 2014
Oh.
from old age. Stingrays are already pretty creepy as they are, and they've even taken people's lives before.
Okay, calm down. Steve Irwin would not when he loved them even till the end. It was an accident. Accidents happen with animals. They're not creepy at all.
That's why everyone was terrified when they saw this giant stingray. It took the angler who was fishing it more than half an hour
Look at him all nestled up in his buddy's lap.
to actually get it out of the water. It weighed more than 500 pounds, which is 5 times what a regular stingray weighs.
That's bananas.
Moose can be pretty scary animals because of how jumpy they get, but that's about it. Moose are
Was that Jesus Christ himself?
usually around the same size as a
that's
deer,
sad.
so no one really thinks of them as a threat.
Damn,
That
bro.
was until this moose was discovered. The car next to the moose looked minuscule compared to it.
You just say no one considered mooses threats until it's hard because I'm talking over most of the video like a big dumb idiot. But I say no one thought mooses were threats until this video. There's no way that's like there's like thousands of recorded history of moose like killing humans like tribal like what a bold thing to say, sir.
If the moose wanted, it could probably demolish the car.
I just drive away.
Swans look like pretty peaceful birds from the outside, but they're actually the complete opposite. They can be the most aggressive animals whenever they feel like it, and if you trigger them,
Damn.
they will not let you go.
Drowned him.
When swans are as big as this one,
Holy mother of God, that's a dinosaur.
it only makes things even worse. This swan is so big that it looks like it can even take down the woman in front of it.
It looks like it could for sure.
Sharks are probably one of the most terrifying animals in the world.
Sharks get a bad rep, like they like cows literally kill more people a year than sharks. But it's still like I understand it's a bad rep and it's all just blown up by Hollywood to seem scary for movies. But at the same time, bro, I would never swim out in open ocean just chilling ever. I'd be my pants like.
Even if they aren't
Doesn't matter.
particularly dangerous. This
Exactly.
is the biggest great white shark ever caught on camera. The shark's name is Deep Blue, and she's around 7 meters long.
What are Deep
Estimated
Blues
to
up
be
to these
around
days?
50 years old. This insanely large vulture was
What?
caught in Peru after it got injured. The animal was taken in by animal rescue and was recovering so it could be released into the wild again. The bird is around 15 meters tall and estimated to be around 80 kilograms.
He definitely misspoke. He said 15 meters tall. There's no goddamn way. That's like a tall T-Rex.
Into the wild again.
Oh, yeah.
The bird is around 15 meters tall.
There's no way. there's no like a meter's like there's just no way. That thing would take over the planet of Earth.
And estimated to be around 80 kilograms. The vulture was so majestic when it flew that the bystanders started clapping away.
Did he really say 15 meters tall, or am I hearing things? It's gonna drive me crazy.
Animals tend to be a lot bigger than average, and that's probably why this lion and tiger hybrid is the size it is.
A liger.
When standing up, this liger is nearly twice the size of a regular lion and weighs double too. The liger must really trust the man next to it, or else it wouldn't have hesitated to kill him.
That thing looks so big and slow, like I doubt it'd barely be even able to hunt prey. It looks like a cow with a lion's head.
We
For sure.
all know that bald eagles are pretty big, but we don't really get to see them that often. That's why it's such a shock to see videos like this and realize just how big they can get.
You know what sucks is they're actually not that big. Like you want to think 'cause they're America's national animal that they're huge, but they're not that. It's I want them to be monsters and they're just birds.
This guy in particular is bigger than average and seems to be around 100 centimeters.
that a lot?
Elephants are already the biggest land mammals in the world, and this elephant is even bigger. When it walks by the car, it looks like it's nearly 3 times the size of it. It even walked past a pretty big van, and even that looked tiny next to this huge monster of an animal.
Is that like perspective, or is it actually a monstrous beast? I can't
All
tell.
Goliath groupers are very big, but this one was on a whole nother level. When the anglers did find the fish, they didn't even know what to do with it. Because the fish weighed more than the boat itself, the boat could only handle 500 pounds.
Just once, I'd like to see just someone throw a small child in the water around a grouper, because I don't think it's ever been recorded in human history, but could that fish just swallow a human?
This fish was over 800 pounds. That's almost
I would get out of the water so fast. Imagine that sucker grabs onto your leg and starts swimming down. Oh my god, like I know they're not like they're not smart enough to drown stuff, but I'm sure it could still accidentally happen.
double the size of the boat. This giant yellow anaconda was found inside the cave of Altamira in Brazil. It was discovered by miners who were just trying to get through the day without any issues.
Are you serious? Trying to paint the miners as the victims here? The snake's the dead one, this giant epic snake in its hope. These miners were just innocently trying to excavate and destroy its ecosystem. Don't you dare.
Little did they know they'd find a 33-foot-long snake that weighs over 800 pounds.
They killed a dinosaur!
You wouldn't really expect moths to get much bigger than a regular insect would.
Mothman.
This moth proves everyone wrong. It was found inside this person's car. They were shocked to see it since it was so big. It was nearly the size of a human hand.
That is pretty crazy,
bigger
dude.
than a regular moth. Even though lions are the king of the jungle, Siberian tigers shouldn't be underestimated, especially if they're this big.
Aren't Siberian tigers bigger than lions? I'm like 80% sure.
This tiger is more than 700 pounds and double the size of all the other tigers around it. When he walked in, all the other tigers ran away, knowing he was not someone to be messed with.
Freaking saber-tooths, man.
Wolves can come from anywhere, which is mainly what makes them so scary. But this wolf looks like it should be guarding the gates of hell.
That's a freaking Timberwolf, dude. Those things are demons.
What makes things even worse is that it comes out of literally nowhere and from complete darkness.
Well, yeah, like they don't have well-lit wolf civilizations. You know, they're animals for the most part. Nighttime is
So
darkness.
you never really know what's around you. Slugs are kinda gross since they're so slimy, but it doesn't really matter since they're so small. But this slug really became a problem because it's huge. It's so big, the person who caught it had to hold it like a baby.
Dude, just throw that shit back in the
This
water.
animal is one of India's biggest gorillas. Gorillas are one of the biggest land mammals out there, and they can be absolutely terrifying. They only get scarier when they're this big. This gorilla is estimated to be over 7 feet tall, so you probably don't want to be anywhere near that.
Can you imagine that thing just beating the crap out of you? Oh my god, dude.
While this angler was bottom fishing, it hooked onto this gigantic tiger shark. The shark was estimated to be around 14 feet long.
Holy
and
mother of
over
God!
1,000 pounds. The angler was shocked that a shark this big bit onto his fishing line instead of a regular fish. It even ate some fish after they let it go.
I'd be kind of scared. One, because I have a guilt thing. You got to get the hook out of its mouth. I know they didn't. They probably cut it and left it in there. Most people do that because people are just bastards. But I guess you don't want to lose your hand just so the shark's mouth is a little bit healthier. I get it. It's a stupid thing to do. I just feel bad. But also because the boat doesn't seem to be that huge. I don't know. Obviously the boat's fine. But my irrational fear, I'd be like, what if it flips us, dude?
Even if you find the smallest spider in the world, chances are you'd still be scared of it.
No, I would. What, the smallest spider in the world? That's maybe a little.
But this one is straight out of a horror movie. This spider looked like it was around the size of a human head. Let's just hope it's not a venomous spider.
Typical Australia.
All right, which one of these huge...
Some of those weren't very impressive. I'm gonna be honest. Some of them I was like, meh, but others were freaking massive. Like some were just like standard internet viral videos I've seen, but like that cow and a few others. I can't believe how big that cow was. The cow was like the first one, and I'm still fixated on it. It was wild, dude. But either way, check out this channel link down below for more top 25 stuff. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next nonsense.